So it's about time that people understood the truth that Superman is based on a true story. You see, the entire character of Superman is based on my son, Jesus Christ. All right? And in case you didn't know, Superman's real name in the comic books and in the movies and that, Superman's real name is Kal-El. K-A-L is his first name, and then L, capital E-L, is his last name. Well, you see, I am Evan Lefavor. Excuse me. And I am, well, you gotta understand, my name is Evan Lefavor, but my real name is L. Okay, L. Like Kal-El or Jor-El. Well, my name is L. And Superman is from the house of L. And the L family. My family. Okay, so the whole thing of Superman is based on my family's story. Because my family, we are a group of extraterrestrials who have come to this planet to save the world. All right. Before I was born a human being in 1983, I was an extraterrestrial that was born in a spaceship deep in outer space. All right. And my son Jesus Christ, he is related to me. So, but the moral of the story is Superman is based on the true story of how I sent my son to this planet on a special mission to help me save the world. Okay? And Superman is also based on the second coming of Jesus Christ. So, you have to understand, even, Jesus Christ was born on this planet for a reason, right? And it was to help save the world. And since he died, after he died and returned to the kingdom of heaven, I'm about to tell you the truth. Jesus Christ has returned already to this planet. The second coming has already happened, but you just don't know about it yet. All right? Jesus Christ has been alive on this planet for a long time. And you see, he is using advanced technology from the kingdom of heaven that lets him reincarnate into an earth-born human body that is grown inside the womb of a woman on earth. So he can send his conscious soul and implant it into a fetus inside a woman's body, and he can reincarnate as that child, as that human being. He incarnates his soul into that body. One second. So he has the power to use technology to reincarnate, and he has done so, and he has been on this planet for a long time now. But not only that, you have to understand, my son Jesus Christ has the ability to multi-incarnate, which means that Jesus has reincarnated into more than one body at a time. All right, so there's more of one Jesus on the planet as we speak. His technology allows him to reincarnate multiple times at once and keep on reincarnating, so that there will always be another one of him alive, so that when one of him dies, there are already another one of him alive to take over. So he's always on this planet to help save the world, and so there's always another Jesus. All right. So But that's something that I know about Jesus that a lot of people don't know, is the fact that he is multi-incarnating into multiple bodies. Okay? So, and now you know it too. Now you know what I know, because I just shared it with you. So I hope you appreciate that, because it is the truth. And so Jesus, he is alive on this planet as we speak, but he is hiding who he really is. You see, Jesus is really Johnny Depp. That's right. Johnny Depp is really my son, Jesus Christ. All right. And so, but just like Superman was given the name Clark Kent by his earth parents, Jesus was given the name Johnny Depp by his earth parents. But just like Clark Kent is just a character that Superman plays to blend into human society on Earth, the actor you know as Johnny Depp is just a character that Jesus is using as his alter ego to blend in with the world, to hide the fact that he is really Jesus Christ. All right? Johnny Depp is like Superman's Clark Kent. All right? Sure, Clark Kent is the name he was given by his earth parents, but his real name is Kal-El. Just like Johnny Depp is really Jesus Christ. So the whole Superman story is based on Jesus Christ, aka Johnny Depp. Right? Because right now Johnny Depp is hiding who he really is. He's hiding the fact that he's Jesus Christ, and he's just portraying himself as this actor in Hollywood, and he's making movies to blend in. That's his job. Just like Superman blends in by being Clark Kent and getting a job at the Daily Planet to be a reporter. All right? But he's also really Superman. At the end of the day, all day, he's really Superman, just pretending to be a normal person. Well, my son Jesus Christ, aka Johnny Depp, is pretending just to be a regular human being, just an actor in Hollywood. All right, he's hiding who he really is. Okay, so Johnny Depp, like I said, he's real, but he is Jesus Christ. But in Johnny Depp, just the actor, that's like Clark Kent. All right, and from Superman, if you know what Superman is all about. But you understand, I am Evan Lefavor, and I am not only the father of Jesus Christ, I am the king of the kingdom of heaven. And I came to this planet in 1983 to help my son Jesus Christ save the planet from extinction and bring about true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive. But in an alternate future reality, an alternate future, I didn't have a YouTube account, and I wasn't telling the truth about who I am to anyone. I was keeping it all a secret. All right? And I decided enough was enough. It was looking like the world was going to end. And so I decided to go to the United States government and I tell them about the fact that I am an alien who came to this planet to save the world. And I am the Father of Jesus Christ and the King of the Kingdom of Heaven. I told it to them. I proved it to them beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I joined up with our government and various government sectors that the American people don't even know about. All right? And I became a member of what you would call the Men in Black. All right? And the Men in Black movie is based on a real secret government agency that no one knows about that handles extraterrestrial interactions and the protection of planet Earth. All right? Throughout the multiverse. All right? So And of course, just like in the movies where they call the agents by the first letter of their last name, they called me Agent L. But you can call that Agent EL, like L, or just Agent L. But it's the same sound no matter how you spell it. Agent L. And I teamed up with them, and I used my powers to help them save the world from extinction. Okay? And it was there that I got to see all the advanced technology that is being kept behind closed doors. So I know about all the technology that is on this planet right now and how it works. Right? All this secret technology that no one knows about, that no one is being told about. I know about how all of it works. Okay? And I'm going to explain to you a few things just for so you know, so you can be informed about what is possible. All right? So they have technology that allows them to look around reality in a disembodied consciousness, all right? But they can see reality like you're looking out of someone's eyes, but they can zoom around anywhere and look at anything and focus on anything in high definition, right? Without the use of a camera, because it's like we're inside a camera, and they've tapped into this technology, right? You see, we use technology in the kingdom of heaven to make a record, a three-dimensional record of everything that happens on planet Earth. And the men in black have created technology that taps into that technology, taps into the same thing, and allows them to look around reality in real time and zoom around anywhere. They can look right into your house and look right at you while you're in the shower. And they can zoom anywhere. They can go anywhere and see in the dark. There's all kinds of stuff they can do with this technology. They can look around, okay? And not only can they look at things that are going on right now, but they can look at things that happened in the past and even look into the future. They can even go into the future and see what's going to happen. All right? So that's just some of the technology they have. They also have technology that can tap into the brain and the visual cortex of any human being wirelessly. So they can just jack into your brain wirelessly, and they can see out of your eyes and hear out of your ears. So the men in black have effectively turned every human being into a spy device. All right, that they can just see out of their eyes and hear out of their ears. And it's like, and that was just some of the technology, because so basically they can zoom in on any conversation that's going on anywhere in the planet, even if it's out in the middle of nowhere. They can tap into you via these satellites and zoom into your mind and see out of your eyes and hear out of your ears by hacking your brain wirelessly. All right? They receive the same data, the same electrical data that goes from your ears to your brain. They receive the same electrical data that goes from your eyes to your brain. And they hack it so that they get a feed of it too. So they're making recordings of the shit you see and the shit you hear, and they can tap right into you. So if you think you can get away from them spying on you because you don't have any electronics around you and you're out in the middle of nowhere, they can still spy on you. They can still see what you see and hear what you hear. But they took this technology to another level, all right? And they have technology that allows them to jack in their own consciousness. Men in Black members can use this technology to jack their consciousness into another human being's, so that they will see out of the other person's eyes. They will hear what the other person hears. It's like really being in someone's body. All right, it's like the movie Being John Malkovich. There's this movie Being John Malkovich, and in the movie they find a portal into John Malkovich's mind that allows them, when they enter the portal, to experience everything he is experiencing. They can feel what he feels, smell what he smells, taste what he tastes, hear what he hears, see what he sees, experience everything he is experiencing, and even hear his thoughts. And that is what this technology allows them to do. These agents can jump into someone's body, and they can literally feel everything that person is feeling. They can smell everything that person's smelling. And they can even influence that person's thought process, because they hear that person's thoughts and they can put their own thoughts into it. But you see, when you become a member of the Men in Black, they train you how to use this technology. All right, and it's a lot like training to be a Jedi. Like in the Star Wars The Force Awakens, when Kylo Ren has Rey tied up, and he's using the Force to peer into her mind, and he's using the Force to read all her thoughts, and she just turns it on him. She reverses it on him. Well, I can do that, all right, because I've been training the technology. If someone's using it on me, and they're trying to influence my thoughts or whatever, I can start reading their thoughts. I can start reading the thoughts of who's ever jacked in to my body, reading my thoughts. I can reverse the technology all on my own, and I can start reading their thoughts. Okay, just because that's how powerful I am. Not to brag or anything. But they also have technology that allows them to see into the future on the internet. All right, they can look on the internet and see what is going to be uploaded onto the internet before it even happens. So they can peer into multiple different potential futures in the multiverse, and they can see the results of what will happen if they act a certain way. If something happens, they can see what's going to be on the internet. They can see my video that I'm making for you right now 10 years in the past, 10 years before I even made it. Okay, they have the technology to look at this video I'm just making for you right now. They have already seen it 10 years ago. Okay, that's the kind of technology they have. So this shit is some real shit. Not only is the Men in Black based on the real Men in Black, but so is the movie The Adjustment Bureau. So see that movie as well, because it's based on a true story. But you gotta understand, regardless of all the fancy technology they have, and they have even more technology, all right, because I help them design technology, time travel technology, technology to jack into people's brains, their own brains, not other people's brains, but their own brains. Since then, they've used it to jack into other people's brains, but I originally invented the technology to jack into your own brain so you can experience anything. And that's how I created the technology that is like the film The Matrix, where you can jack your consciousness into a simulated reality, and it is indistinguishable from real life. I created that, I designed that, I invented that, and they've been using my technology because they got a hold of one of my time machines, my spaceships that had this technology aboard it, and that had a record of everything that was on the internet, so they could look into the future. And it helped them reverse engineer into a lot of this technology. They figured out how it works. Okay, so, but the moral of the story is, I became a member of the Men in Black. We tried to save the world in time, and we teamed up And we worked very hard to save the world, but we ran out of time. And then the end of the world happened and we all died. And after dying, I time traveled back into the past to the year 1999, to before I joined the Men in Black. And it created yet again another parallel alternate universe that eventually led to the parallel alternate universe we exist in today. Because I have died multiple times in alternate futures and time traveled back into the past after dying and come back from the dead. So, some members, since I haven't joined the Men in Black yet, because this is an alternate reality than the one where I did join them, the Men in Black might consider me to be a bit of a rogue agent. But whatever. So now I am back from the dead yet again, trying to save the world yet again. And I have a different plan for this reality that we exist in now and how to save it. So this is a unique reality. This is a unique 2017 that I am making this video in. All right. And I have a plan that is unique to this version, this timeline. Okay. And the Men in Black, they are keeping track of each time I die in the multiverse, and each time I time travel back to the past and return from the dead. They are keeping track of it. They are taking the data, and they use the data to help prevent that death from happening and prevent the end of the world from happening. So each time the end of the world happens and I die in it, I time travel back to before it happens, and then it's like it never happened. And then me and the Men in Black can work together more to try to save the world before the end of the world. All right, because that's what we're facing now. We're facing the end of the world. I'm going to be real with you. The government is not going to tell you. The government we have right now and the governments that control the world right now are not going to tell you if they find out that the end of the world is coming. If they found out that there was an asteroid that was going to destroy all life on planet Earth that is going to hit us in 3 weeks, if they found that out, they would keep it a secret from us and do whatever they could to hide the truth from coming out. Because they want to keep control over everyone. And in order to prevent chaos and all kinds of stuff and disorder, they will keep it a secret from us if the world is going to end. And they know it. And I hate to break it to you, but things are not looking good. Because not only do we have the nuclear disaster, the radiation disaster at Fukushima has been happening since 2011. And it is getting worse every single day. And we are just a frog in a pot of water that is on the stove and it's slowly boiling. And it's coming so gradual, the heat is rising so gradually that we don't even realize that we're dead by the time we're dead, because it just slowly boiled us. That's what they call, they've actually done that with frogs that won't jump out of the water because they don't know that they're being boiled alive, because the heat is coming up so gradually. All right, but what is happening at Fukushima is some end of the world extinction type shit. I'm gonna break it to you. Time to wake up. All the food on this planet is contaminated right now with radiation. All right, especially the seafood. Don't go near any seafood whatsoever. Don't eat shrimp. Don't eat lobster. Don't eat crab. Don't eat salmon. Don't eat tuna. Don't eat sushi. Don't eat any of that shit that comes out of the Pacific Ocean, especially. Don't eat any of it. Because that shit will give you radiation sickness. You'll get a headache. You'll feel sick to your stomach. You'll feel like shit for a couple days. It'll suck, and then it could lead to cancer. The more radiation you get, the more likely you are to start to develop cancer. And it's going to get bad because it's getting into all of our food through the atmosphere. It's coming down in the rain, getting into the crops we eat, getting into the animals we eat, getting into everything, the water we drink, everything. It's getting into everything. And it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. If I was in power in 2011, I could have immediately stopped the progress of the situation in Fukushima and got the entire situation under control. The entire situation. And we would not be dealing with 500,000 tons of radioactive water seeping into the Pacific Ocean every day. We wouldn't have to be worrying about that, because I would have prevented it all from happening. All right. And I still could. I still could bring the situation to an end at Fukushima and stop all this radiation from leaking anymore. But there's so much. Are we past the point of no return now? Because it's been 6 years that this disaster has been getting worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? It is bad. But I even have a plan to try to reverse the negative effects of what happened. Because I've been designing a radiation sponge. A sponge that is designed to attract, collect, and absorb radiation out of the atmosphere and out of water. And then we can contain that radiation. And then we can do something like ship it off into space, throw it out into space. All right. And we get rid of the radiation. But it takes me being in power and me having the power to make these things happen, or else we're all just going to die. And not only that, there are asteroids, giant asteroids, that are headed straight toward this planet that will kill us all off. In case you didn't know. Okay, there's asteroids that will kill us unless I stop them. And I have invented technology to stop any and every asteroid that could ever potentially threaten us on this planet. Okay? That we will actively hunt out all asteroids in existence and safely bring them to a halt and dismantle them using advanced technology. That we could stop these asteroids that are going to hit us. We can stop them from hitting us. But we're running out of time. Right? We're running out of time, and things at Fukushima are only going to keep getting worse, and people are just going to keep getting sicker, unfortunately. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like the end of the world is upon us yet again. But, what can you do? What can you do? Well, you could switch the topic. Right? Switch the topic up, because this video started about talking about Jesus, my son. Alright? And I gotta break it to you that it's not easy being Jesus, and it's not easy being his father either on this planet. Because if you didn't know, Jesus Christ and we both hate crosses. Alright? You have no idea how horrifying a cross is. That is a symbol of evil. That you don't understand what it's like to be crucified, how horrible of an experience it is. To be crucified, or to watch someone you love be crucified. It's a horrible way to die, and it desecrates someone's body. It's a desecration of someone's body. All right. So Jesus Christ doesn't go anywhere near a cross. It's not like he's scared of them, but just out of principle. You know, he doesn't like crosses. And anybody who loves Jesus does not like crosses either. All right? And especially crosses that have images of Jesus dead on them. Because no one wants to be reminded of the murder of Jesus Christ. Because he did not come here to be murdered. All right? This whole story about him being a blood sacrifice to atone for the sins of mankind, that entire story was created by the people that killed Jesus to brainwash you into thinking that them murdering him was a good thing, when it was not a good thing. Sure, it led to the future reality we live in today, but when you think about it on principle, it is not a good thing. All right? And I'm going to be making another video on this subject, but I thought I'd touch on it in my elogue a little bit about the blood of Jesus and how it relates to real vampires and sick vampiric cults on this planet. All right? Because, you know, saying, oh, I'm covered in the blood of Jesus, or pretending to drink the blood of Jesus, that's some really sick shit. All right? It can be considered some really sick shit. But you got to understand where the entire notion came from. Because, you know, you think about vampires and you think about, how did the vampires start? How did vampires come into existence? Well, it didn't start with a vampire. Maybe it started with an immortal who let people drink his blood to survive. And by drinking his blood, it gave the people who drank his blood immortality, or what would be considered near immortality. All right. But what if, you know, and I'll tell you the story in a future video about how my son Jesus was able to survive in the desert from drinking his own blood. But I'll save that for another video in the future. But you know, real vampires exist, and they're sick and they're evil, and they know about how to extend their life using other human beings. So the real vampires are like a mix of vampires and Frankenstein. All right? Because you think that heart transplants and liver transplants and all these transplants, you think that is some new technology, that scientists just started doing that recently. But no, these rich, evil, powerful vampires have been using innocent human beings to extend their own life. They manufacture human beings. They mate human beings. They breed human beings in secret, just so that they can get transfusions of young blood. Blood from children. They bleed these humans. They keep them alive, they feed them, and then they bleed them. And they take blood transfusions, and they think they can live longer by having young blood constantly pumped into their veins, and then even drinking that blood or eating that blood. And the reason why vampires are repelled by garlic is because when you eat garlic, the taste of garlic goes into your blood and they hate it. Well, some of them hate it. All right, because it's kind of nasty, but drinking blood to begin with is nasty. All right. But these vampires, they also raise these human beings, and when they get older, instead of using their blood, they kill them for their organs. So they're constantly getting a new heart, constantly getting a new liver, constantly getting these new organs transplanted in. They have their own mad scientist doctor. They have their own doctor that performs these surgeries on them, right, to extend their lives. And that is how these real vampires have gained their quote-unquote immortality. All right. But it's counterfeit. Right? They're trying to extend their life by feeding off the life force of others. And it's some real shit. They really do this. The elites are trying to extend their lives. Do you know, what's his name? Can't even remember the guy's name right now. But he's one of the richest, evilest people on the planet right now. And he's had like 7 heart transplants. 7. And he's in his 90s. He's had 7 different hearts by now. All right. And that's why they're killing people in Israel. They're killing people in Palestine, I mean. They're killing all these Palestinians so that these rich motherfuckers can harvest their organs. They steal the bodies away and harvest the organs. And then, boom, all of a sudden this evil vampire's got a new heart or a new liver or a new whatever. New set of arms. They just keep parting their own body out to using... It's sick shit, but it's been going on for hundreds of years. Real shit. And then they start these nasty traditions where they pretend to eat my son Jesus' body and drink his blood and cannibalize him and drink his blood like vampires. And they create these churches with images of my dead son all around. Like, haha, we killed him. Look what we did. We staked him up to a cross. And now you gotta look at his dead body some more. Look at it. Look at him hanging there. We killed your son, motherfucker. We killed your fucking son. That's what they're doing to me. You understand that? In these churches. That's why I don't like going into churches, because I don't like seeing crosses, and I don't like seeing my son up on a cross desecrated, his body desecrated. To me, that's not something to celebrate. But to evil people who killed Jesus, they celebrate his murder. They parade it around. They go around holding crosses and showing his dead body on the cross, desecrated and dead. Like it's some victory trophy that they won over me and my son. That evil won against good. That they killed Jesus. That they were able to kill a God. They're proud of it. And they want to throw it in my face. I'm sick of it. So, it sucks. And then they teach all these people to pretend to drink my son's blood and pretend to eat his body every Sunday, and it's sick. And they don't even know it. They don't even know that evil people created those traditions to disrespect my son, not to honor him and his life. All they want to do is celebrate his death and his murder, and it's sick. But anyway, now you know the truth. Superman is based on a true story, and it's based on the true story of Jesus Christ, my son. And at the end of the day, like I said, Johnny Depp is Jesus. And I'll tell you a little spoiler. At the same time, Jesus was also Johnny Cash. But he has since then passed away. And now Johnny Depp is the elder Jesus on planet Earth. Alright, so watch some of Johnny Cash's shit and you'll understand a little bit of the hidden messages that Jesus left through Johnny Cash. All right, so anyway, this is your friend forever, Evan Lefavor, and I will see you next video. Until then, stay safe and much love. Bye-bye.